Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. Also brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 5 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
We are talking Wishes in the Valley today, and we are joined in studio by the recently retired Larry Roy. How you doing, Larry?
I am doing fantastic.
How is retirement treating you?
It's awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
I definitely recommend it for everybody.
Okay.
You working on your novel?
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
The folks at home may know Larry as the former owner of Dad's Place.
Yes.
And now he's just wearing shorts and sandals around town.
Now he's just Larry.
Yeah, now he's just Larry, looking for stuff to do.
Oh, that's just Larry.
There's the name of your comic book.
That's
Now
just
he's
Larry.
And we are also joined in studio by Pat's Pizza Auburn owner, Dave Bishop. How you doing, Dave?
Super.
Excellent.
They're turning 40.
Pat's Pizza's turning 40?
I beat 40, but I wish I was turning 40.
Wouldn't that be
You look great for 40.
Yeah, not so good for 60.
Yeah.
Great for 40.
40 was the best.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
To go back in
As-
time.
Oof.
I don't
As I
even
recall.
remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
I
anywho,
don't even remember. So long.
It's a blur.
That was last year.
enough about our sad story. We're going to talk with Larry and Dave all about Wishes in the Valley coming up here in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, June 24th.
With hot and humid weather in the forecast, the Twin Cities are opening cooling centers. The city of Lewiston is teaming up with Cadence Kitchen and Redemption Hill to make 45 Park Street available today from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. In Auburn, the Senior Community Center is open today from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., the Community Resource Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and the Public Library from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And please, please, please put some water outside on your porch for all those animals that are just roaming around. Because it's hot.
That's right.
That's Dave. He's just roaming around.
That's what I
Roaming
do.
around.
Put some water out there for Dave.
Yeah.
We have a
Oh,
kitty.
nice porch.
This looks comfortable.
This looks cozy.
We have a kitty in
Can I have
our.
some ice in that water?
I know. We have a kitty in our neighborhood who comes around because I give her water. So I don't know
There
who
you
she
go.
belongs to, but
Governor Mills signed the ticketing transparency bill, which will impose a 10% price cap on tickets that are resold for events at a main venue. It also requires that the price of the ticket, including all mandatory fees, be clearly advertised. What a novel concept.
Imagine that.
The National Independent Music Association said the Maine law should serve as a model for Congress and other states. The new law goes into effect in September.
Yeah, I always loved that. Tickets are only $35, and then by the time you're done, you're spending $150. You're like, wait.
With your $40 convenience fee.
That was very convenient.
it's not convenient.
Very convenient. And we get to pay for parking.
That's right.
delightful.
Love it.
That's delightful.
Can't get enough.
Sometimes the parking's more than the ticket.
Yeah. The Sun-Journal reports that Lewiston city officials approved a new slate of public art projects, including a series of storefront window murals, a sidewalk mural project, a mural at Lionel Potvin Park, and new lighting spanning the John Jenkins pedestrian bridge. Most of the projects will use what remains of the Public Art Committee's fiscal year 2025 funds.
Lewiston's Summer Fun and Films begins tomorrow night at Samard Payne Memorial Park in Lewiston. The family-friendly event begins with activities at 6 p.m. and the film Moana 2 at 7:30. Admission is free. There will also be free popcorn and water and activities for the kids. For more information, search Lewiston Summer Fun and Films on the Facebook. Now it's time for the weather.
Weather, weather, weather. Weather, 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 weather. Weather, weather is the best. Is the best. Weather, weather, weather.
Oh, is that it?
That was beautiful.
Who was that?
That's Alex.
That's beautiful.
Alex said that my weather song was too long and it was boring, so he wrote his own.
This is exactly what he
That's
said.
awesome.
It's too long and it's boring.
That's what I said.
Out of the mouths of babes.
I love it.
I had the same critique for his song, so we're even.
It's not long enough, and it's boring.
Basically the same word over and over again. But whatever.
Work, 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 work.
I know. Get it,
Took
Rihanna.
me a long time to write that.
The weather today is sunny and hot. With
Yeah.
a high of 95 and a low of 67. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow with a high of 87 and a low of 64. Mostly sunny on Thursday with highs in the mid 70s. And then it will rain on Saturday.
Awesome.
Obviously.
Oh, that's weird.
We're getting them out of the way. Is
What I'm hearing is take an extra day off during the week and work on Saturday.
There you go.
That's what I'm hearing.
Oh
I
boy.
already work on.
Shall we talk about the sports?
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, the Red Sox got Dolly Parton again, losing to the LA Angels 9-5. They'll play again tonight
Missed
at
that one.
9:30 in Anaheim with Garrett Crochet on the bump for Boston.
And the Celtics traded point guard Drew Holiday to the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for 26-year-old shooting guard Anthony Simons and 2 second-round draft picks. Boston is expected to remain active this offseason as it retools in preparation for a season without the injured Jason Tatum. That is your news, weather, and sports. Right now, it's time for the podcast segment that is Sweeping! You guys didn't join in?
Well,
You want to try that again?
This is like your 18th appearance on the show.
maybe 19th.
Oh, guys.
If you were counting.
Takes them a while.
Yeah. I wanted to do the squatch it part too, but I chickened out. I'm like, what if they don't do it?
We do it every day.
Every day.
Just say it
As a
anyway.
loyal listener, you should know,
I
Dave.
do. It's true.
It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's too long and it's boring.
I'm surprised Alex didn't rewrite that.
Birthday, 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 birthday.
Birthdays are the best. The best. Let's take a look at FPBs for June the 24th, shall we?
Yeah.
We're going to start off with Mindy Kaling.
Yay.
46 years old today. You know her as Kelly Kapoor from The Office.
God, she was so
right.
funny on that show.
Yeah.
She was so funny on
So good. She's also lent her voice to films such as Despicable Me, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out. And she has her own production company called Kaling International that she formed in 2012.
She's a busy
her.
lady.
Yeah.
Yep. And then she did The Mindy Project
Yes.
on Fox and Hulu. Bassist Kurt Smith of Tears for Fears is 64 years old today. They have the songs Everybody Wants to Rule the World and Shout.
No, they don't.
And rounding out FPBs.
Nobody wants to rule the world, I promise.
Rounding out FPBs for June the 24th is drummer Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac.
Is he the Fleetwood of the mat?
Good guess, Pam.
Yes. Look at you.
I'm on top of it.
You are.
She's
He's
Googling
smart.
right now.
Mick is 78 years old today, and the Mac in Fleetwood Mac is...
John McPhee.
There you go. Fleetwood Mac was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998.
God, they're good.
Yeah. Who's got a favorite Fleetwood Mac tune?
Oh my gosh, so many.
So many?
The Chain.
The Chain is awesome.
Oh, so good, that bass line. Oh my gosh,
That is
so
a good one.
Gold Dust Woman.
Yeah, that's
of mine.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Rhiannon.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Dave, what do you got?
Too early.
It's too early?
He's not
Oh,
awake.
is that off
yet.
their first
Well,
album?
I don't have the Google. It was off.
That's the
first
unreleased album?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the dark web.
We like that. We like the video of the dance, right? Is that the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the greatest live
where
performances ever.
where Stevie just stares down through the soul?
She she literally melts him on stage.
Former lover on stage.
with her eyes. All right, those are your FPBs for June the 24th. Now it's time for OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
That was beautiful.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
How did you hit that?
Larry, why are your ears bleeding?
Oh my God. Tito, get me a tissue.
Yeah.
It makes Sarah cringe every time.
I love it. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I love it.
We have no shame here.
No.
It's quite obvious.
Not painfully obvious.
Listen,
quite
we never said we were good musicians.
It's
No
one
one
of
ever
the
said
best
that.
work I've ever done. It's just like we have no shame.
Yeah. I don't know how you hit that high note like that. Well, never mind.
It's a talent.
That's a gift from God.
Sat on attack.
Yeah, my dog bit me.
Yeah.
14 years ago in 2011, Beyonce released her fourth album, 4, featuring Best Thing I Never Had and Run the World. Who run the world, Pam?
What?
Who run the world?
I don't know.
Girls!
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Didn't have time to Google that one.
I don't think Pam's going to be leading the revolution.
I've never listened to Beyonce.
That's okay. Beyonce and T Swift have it on lock. We don't need to participate. 15 years ago in 2010, the longest match in tennis history took place at Wimbledon. American John Isner defeated Nicolas Mayot of France in 11 hours and 5 minutes. 11
Lord.
hours and 5 minutes of tennis, and you thought it was boring before.
Can you imagine how sore everyone? Can you imagine how sore everyone's necks were?
Boom,
Left,
boom,
right.
boom,
Left,
boom,
right.
boom. Each player served over 100 aces in the match, and thanks to the rule that the winner of the last set must win by 2 games, the last set ended with a score of 70-68.
Yowza.
17 years ago in 2008, Motley Crue released their 9th and final album, Saints of Los Angeles.
The best part about that, it was their final album.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a Motley Crue fan?
Not at all.
I'm not a big fan of them. No.
I used to be until the last concert I saw.
Oh.
Horrendous.
They were the
Heard
worst
that.
concert I've ever seen in my life.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
And I saw Ozzy, like, when he was... I saw Ozzy twice, and both times it was, like, still not as bad as Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He couldn't sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an
He
issue.
was out of breath. He couldn't
Yeah.
sing.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah. So,
Want to talk about a good concert? How about 30 years ago in 1995? During a concert.
That was 30 years ago?
I know. I had to reread it.
Wow.
During a concert in San Francisco, Pearl Jam singer Eddie Vedder left the stage after only 7 songs due to a bout of the stomach flu. But have no fear, Neil Young finished the show for him.
Neil Young.
Neil Young?
yeah.
Pretty much.
Ah, right?
That's awesome.
Can you imagine Eddie Vedder starts puking his guts out on stage, and then they're like, oh, by the way, we have Neil Young.
Hey,
and you're
Neil
like,
Young's here. Is that
why-
going to work for you guys?
Why didn't you start with that?
Exactly the same.
Kind of buried the lead, guys. 31 years ago in 1994, The Lion King was released. I remember that. And 78 years ago in 1947, search and rescue pilot Kenneth Arnold of Boise, Idaho, said he spotted 9 UFOs over Mount Rainier, Washington.
9.
9. He just,
9?
9.
There were actually 10. He missed one.
He described their flight pattern as similar to a saucer skipping across water. So newspaper reporters used the words flying saucers for the first time.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for June the 24th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Now we shift focus fully to our guests in studio, Larry Roy and Dave Bishop, and Pam Ashby as well. She's not a guest, she's a fixture here, but she's also instrumental in organizing Wishes in the Valley.
I was waiting for the song for Wishes in the Valley.
Yeah,
We
where's
haven't
that
written one yet. You know what? You get in
He's
line.
working on the Roopers one.
Yeah, Jesse's still waiting on
Maybe
his
get
Rupert's
Alex to
jingle.
do
I know.
Which is in the
Well, Alex
valley.
could
Which
probably
is in
do
the valley. Which is in the valley.
We gotta
Easy
Wishes
enough.
is the best.
That's too long.
It's too long and it's boring.
That's beautiful.
There it is.
So, for folks at home who aren't familiar with Wishes in the Valley, which is coming up on August 9th, who wants to tell us what it's all about?
Larry does.
Larry does?
Larry does.
All right.
A couple years ago, we finished out the summer block party at Max Grill, and Pam and I basically took a year off because we were extremely exhausted. Took a year off, and then we decided that we wanted to do something again. We came up with an event. We're calling it Wishes in the Valley. It's at Lost Valley here in Auburn. It's to benefit Make-A-Wish Maine. And so it's happening on August 9th. A bunch of really cool things going on. Live music with Fire in the Hole in Scotia. Fire in the Hole in Scotia basically did the last event that we did, and they absolutely rocked it. And this year they decided to come together and do it again for us. So the event goes from 3 to 9. At 9 o'clock, Fire in the Hole in Scotia are going to jam
collaborate
together, which is going to be really epic. So who knows? We're planning it till 9, but I have a feeling it's going to go a little later than that. A bunch of different events going on that day, all to benefit Make-A-Wish Maine.
And Pam, I heard that you guys came up with this event, which is awesome, but the reason why you came up with it is because you missed working with Larry.
No, it was because I was bored. I had nothing
you were
to do.
Okay.
I had too much extra time, so I mean, I think we always knew we were going to do something again. Just the last summer block party was definitely something that took a lot of time to put together and finalize and pull off what we did, which was pretty amazing. But the day of that last summer block party, we realized like this is why we did it. You know, it was such an experience, and just we watched a wish come true on stage, and people came out of the woodworks to show their support, and it was just an unbelievable event. Lots of happy tears and just so many great things that happened that day. But we were like, well, let's take next year off and kind of regroup and figure out what we want to do. Because Summer Block Party was Jim Marston's legacy. That was something he had started for the 20th anniversary of Uncle Andy's Digest. And it turned into something amazing that granted over 100 wishes for kids in our communities. So we wanted to leave that with him, but we didn't want to leave Make-A-Wish. So we decided to create a new event, and Lost Valley was kind of a venue that we thought made sense. Thank you, Dave. You pushed on that one.
A lot. How about here? No.
You know, there's parking, there's plenty of space, and you know, working with them has been amazing.
The venue is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
It's really, really neat. Just the fact of the outside, you know, there's plenty of room. There's grass you can kind of sit on and relax and listen to the music, and it's going to be fun for everybody. And you know, the last block party that we ended up doing, we actually wrote a check to Make-A-Wish for $188,000.
That's amazing.
So in the history of the block party, we wrote checks for roughly $750,000.
Crazy.
Yeah. So Make-A-Wish is a huge part of my life, and just I've been involved with Make-A-Wish for years. And once you do it and you're involved, and then you see what Make-A-Wish actually does, and you experience a wish. One of these kiddos that gets their wish, you're hooked.
Yeah.
It's awesome. At the summer block party, one of our wish kiddos, Matthew, got his wish, and he wanted to basically get all kinds of musical equipment, and his biggest part of his wish was he wanted to sing in front of a live audience, and we made that happen, and he rocked it, and he was just extremely talented.
And he's coming back, right?
Yeah.
He's coming back, yeah. So we reached out to Matthew, and we thought it would be a kind of a great circle back to have him here and at Wishes in the Valley, and he's all for it. So, we're pretty stoked that he's coming back, and it'll be epic.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dave, tell us why you pushed so hard for Lost Valley.
The beer.
The beer. Yeah. Well,
The end.
they have a brewery, and
beer.
Like, it's just the perfect spot. It really is. It's, you know, it's out of the way. It's not. I mean, and don't get me wrong, Max Grill, they were gracious, wonderful hosts, and Jerry's still really involved helping us out too. Like we're moving on to a different venue, really, but Lost Valley is perfect. And the guys out there are working really hard, and they've done a really nice job transforming, you know, it into something that, like it was when I was a kid. My parents used to drop us off and take off for the day, and we'd ski all day. And it was the best thing ever. And I think, you know, there was a time where maybe Lost Valley wasn't doing so well, and now the new owner and Travis and John have taken it over, and they're really, I mean, Lost Valley is popping and hopping now. Yep. But as far as like a venue, it was perfect. Like, of all the places that we had talked about, I was like, well, really Lost Valley. Really Lost Valley. And so we met with the folks at Lost Valley. You know, pretty much we were like, hey, so we need a Saturday. And which I think is a big ask, because that means they turned down a wedding. Right?
Oh, yeah.
In the summertime, they turned down a wedding to do this with us. And they are just being the most gracious hosts.
Super accommodating.
But the venue, the whole, you know, parking's going to be easier, no traffic, we're not going to let Larry drive the golf cart. So you should be able to walk freely and safely.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. But we did get him a gator, so be careful. But, yeah. So.
And you guys were in here last month promoting this event, and there are so many events happening. There's a live auction, there's chairlift rides, which at the top of the mountain there's going to be a little bar, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. Yes.
There's a bar up top. The chairlift ride is, I mean, if you really think about it, if you've never skied before, you've seen a chairlift, and you're like, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah.
So what's really cool about that is you can get there, jump on the chairlift, get to the top of the mountain, see what that's all about. There's a bar up there, and we're going to have an activity up there as well. So it's just kind of neat. It's just, for people who've never been, never experienced that, it's just something different.
Yeah, and I think it gets people to stay longer, too. You're not so pigeonholed into one type of area. If you need a break from being in a crowd, we have the chairlift. You can get that space, that, kind of the outdoor active part of your weekend, but also listen to music and
Eat some food.
benefit a good cause.
It's like you designed this for me.
Well, it
There's
was
no
all about
paddleboard.
you.
Actually, it was all about
Oh, thank you guys.
You want to bring your paddleboard and paddleboard in the stream in the back?
Maybe if they blew some snow, I could paddleboard down the mountain.
Snow forecast is a little late.
Yeah, but they can make it.
All
You just said this was about me.
right, I'll get a big freezer. I'm on it.
There's also going to be food trucks, a cornhole tournament, bucket and disc golf challenges. Since the last time I saw the poster, it seems like you guys have picked up a lot of sponsorships as well.
Oh, fantastic.
In the past month.
Auburn firefighters, they're a big one. Rusty Lantern, obviously, coming back big for us this
so
year.
good to you. Yeah.
Lee Auto Group is one of our big sponsors as well. The Maine Real Estate Experience is a sponsor, but also helping us with our volunteers. So they've been super helpful this year as well. Happy they reached out and came on board and wanted to be a part of this. And we have Austin Associates. El Pocho's is sponsoring the disc golf challenge. Valley Beverage will be sponsoring a bar, a Maine Community Bank. We have Central Maine Power Sports, a few others. So
Roopers.
Wow.
Roopers.
Roopers is a big one.
Don't squatch
I don't
it.
have
Do the Google.
Rupert.
Do the Google.
Roopers.
Roopers.
Yeah, there's your jingle, Jesse.
Tons of sponsors, a lot of people coming out wanting to help us with this benefit. So,
And I will say, too, if anybody out there, business-wise, if you feel you want to help, we're certainly open to anything. We're still looking for sponsors. We're still looking for some big sponsors just to make this epic. It's really coming together nicely. But you can email us at wishesinthevalley@gmail.com or on the Facebook.
on the Facebook.
On the
book face.
Facebook, Wishes in the Valley. Certainly take a look. Tell your friends, August 9. It's just the beauty is you can come and go when you want. If you can't make it there at 3 o'clock, that's great. That's fine. If you can only make it for 6 or 7 and only be for an hour or two, come on down and support us. There'll be all kinds of things going on, and we have live auction items too.
And it's free to attend, right?
It's free,
Yeah,
absolutely.
free to walk in,
Hey,
no entry.
Where can you go
Right.
and go someplace and go for a free event? I mean, that doesn't even happen.
And see Fire in the Hole
Right.
and Skosh.
Yeah, I know.
And all these great
Right?
events.
No cover, no nothing. Just
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah, just show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Very cool.
It's awesome.
If you can't be a sponsor in a big way, we're definitely looking for swag, gift cards of any type. We need those for the prizes, for the bucket and disc golf challenges, and also raffles. We will have some raffles going on as well. So in the cornhole tournament, that'll be part of the prizes for the first, second, and third place. Cornhole tournament, sliders are, TB Outdoor Events is hosting that for us. They're taking over that whole event, so it'll be run very professionally and done right.
Thank God Dave's not running it.
We'd have won it. Yeah. Been fine.
We have some trophies for the first, second, and third place coming that are custom made with the event, and they're like these mini cornhole boards, super cool. But they'll also get a little bit of cash and some gift cards.
Nice.
So come on out, play some cornhole. Eat some food from our food trucks under the tent, and listen to some live music and any other challenges and activities you want to do. We'll have some axe throwing. Axe throwing will be there, a donation base. So It'll be fun.
Dave's shaking his head.
I'm not.
You're not doing that? You're not gonna
Nobody wants
participate?
Dave throwing axes.
No, it's true. Yeah. No, I'll be cooking burgers.
Stand back.
And back.
How are you guys set for volunteers?
So volunteers right now are actually, with the Maine real estate experience, they're providing a ton of volunteers for us. And then Lost Valley has obviously their own crew. And again, they're so gracious to, basically tell us, we'll have all our people on board. And so right now the volunteer piece is looking really good. So we
need attendees.
We just need
Yeah,
attendees.
just people to show up and have a great time.
Yeah.
Be there or be
That's
square.
it.
Love it.
All right.
It will be. I mean, it's definitely going to be the place to be this summer.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because on August 10th, people are going to be like, "Hey, were you there last night?"
Yeah.
That was so fun.
I think so.
It's going to be
Do it again
it's going to
next
be
year.
the event.
Next year marks 30 years of Uncle Andy's Digest. What started as a beloved print publication has grown into Lydia Media, a full-service marketing partner helping local businesses thrive. From LA Metro Magazine and the Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast to social media management, website design, and advertising across all platforms, we've got your marketing needs covered. If you're a business making a difference in our community, let's connect. Lydia Media is here to tell your story and help you grow. Lydia Media, in business, for business. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
Pam had a meeting, so she had to go. However, Sarah, we can't let Larry and Dave get away without our final segment of 3 random questions.
You got
Oh,
it.
good Lord.
We know that's the reason they showed up in the first place.
I think you should be able to see the questions first, like
No.
on Jeopardy.
And they
so
wouldn't
then you
be-
can think about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Then
then
they wouldn't be random.
you've seen Jeopardy though. Jeez.
All right, we'll start with Larry on
Oh,
this
good
one.
Lord.
Larry, what is a minor inconvenience that drives you crazy?
Is there such thing as a minor
I don't know.
inconvenience? I don't think
Well,
there's a minor
not at our age.
Yeah, no, they're all pretty inconvenient.
Everything sucks. Yeah.
It's hot. That's inconvenient. They're-
Sometimes
You guys are the worst.
Sometimes I'll walk in the house, I'll look at Sherry and go, I hate everything today. Because I know.
tomorrow's looking better.
Yeah.
We do that too, but we do it with percentages.
See, I'm buying Larry time here right now.
I know, and I've got a few
Going
things. but
first is hard, friend.
It is.
It is.
What do you got?
I don't know.
You had your finger up, you took a
Yeah.
breath. It's like you had something.
And it was the right finger. So it just dawns on me. Being at a traffic light, it turns green, and the guy in front of you doesn't move.
Well, it's because he's on his phone.
I know.
He's
Well, no,
taking
But it
care
drives
of
me
him.
nuts.
He's waiting for the other idiot to run the red light.
Because the other idiot's on his phone.
A guy
Because
on
the other idiot's on his phone.
Yeah.
Just to
exactly.
shorten your answer, driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a minor inconvenience. Ugh, if we could
right.
only just teleport.
That's a good one. Dave, same question.
Oh, man.
You had plenty of time, dude.
I know, but I was helping you. Minor inconvenience.
Running out of pepperoni.
That's not minor.
That's a big
That's a
deal.
major inconvenience. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
See?
How about this one? This is an anti-bucket list question. What is something that you have done, but you will never do again?
Go to California.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why? What happened?
It was one of those things that
Larry stole your thunder.
It's a minor inconvenience.
it was one of the.
No, this is good.
Yeah, it was just one of those things that it was always on my bucket list. And I was like, when I was a kid, I actually did a report on California, and I thought, that would be so cool. And then we went, check, done,
Wow. Where'd you go?
L.A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I could care less about going back. If you told me, hey, free trip to California, no. I'm all set.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you hate about it?
I don't know. I think it was just everything.
Did you think it was going to be more
I just
like
thought-
Beverly Hills Cop
Yeah.
and it was a little more Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Like, what was the problem?
Yeah, it completely burst my bubble. I thought it was going to be this,
You thought you were going to see movie stars out there.
yeah, and you don't.
And instead you saw just
The homeless.
Homeless.
Traffic
yeah,
and
yeah.
unhoused
Traffic.
people and
You're
smog.
going like 75 and then,
Major
and then 10.
inconveniences.
yeah.
Major inconveniences.
Right.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are-
All right.
Yeah.
It just wasn't, and you just can't get anywhere quick.
All right.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just it just was not the wow factor that I thought it was going to be.
So we could narrow your answer down to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
California's
probably.
pretty
Say.
big.
Yeah. Well, and
San Diego seems awesome.
the wife wants to go to Napa Valley, so
There you go.
You know.
You are going back
Santa
to California,
Monica.
it turns out.
Yeah, you're going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Well, yeah.
You're retired and your wife wants to go to California.
Well,
you're going to California.
Well, she wants to go to Napa Valley. She wants to go anywhere there's wine, so it doesn't
Okay.
really matter.
All right.
You know.
Willow's Awake is in green. Like,
We
Yeah, but
have
can I
wine.
fly there?
Pat's Pizza is
I
right
see why
up
not.
the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one. You want to go now?
He's got keys.
Jesse was here. You brought some.
All right,
Probably
Dave.
some
You
in the
had
fridge.
plenty of time to think, and you didn't have to help Larry.
Yeah, I know,
you got?
but LA's true. I've been there and it was horrible. So. It's terrible. And not Lewiston Auburn, but the other LA, the second one.
Right.
The second one.
Not the real LA.
Not the real one.
Yeah. I don't know. I really haven't picked anything off my bucket list, so there's that. Man, I'm struggling today, and usually I'm wicked good at
Usually, you're incredible.
I know.
That's
It's
people.
because you slept in.
People tune in.
No, I slept like a human. Is what I did. My friends are vampires. They're like texting at 4:45. I'm like, what are you doing? Does anybody sleep?
It's because he went to bed at 6.
Ah,
All right, Dave. I have an alternate question for you.
we're gonna do this all day.
No. You're gonna get this
Because
one.
I got to leave at 8, so.
We got 5 minutes.
If aliens came down and wanted to meet one person from the human race, who would you suggest?
Larry,
Why?
100%. Look at him. He's beautiful. And he's retired. He's got nothing but time. You can show him around.
You can
Take
do
him
whatever.
to L.A.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing from the judges, and yep, that's an
Solid
acceptable
win.
answer.
Solid win.
Yeah.
Well, Pam left, so.
Yeah.
So I was the alternate. Thanks a lot, Dave.
Well, you were my first choice, but
Pam left. All right, Sarah, what do you got?
Oh, I got one. I'm starting
So-
with Dave.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. What animal do you most relate to?
Dog,
Yeah, and why?
because I love them, and they're actually the best people on the planet.
Aw.
They're great. Dogs are. If everybody could have the amazing soul of a dog, the world would be a far better place.
I actually think they're angels
They are
Aw.
sent from heaven, right?
from heaven for sure.
Yep.
You know, because
And when you send one back, it's the most horrible thing
Right.
you'll ever experience.
but you have a bad day, you get home.
Your dog
Who's
loves
happy to see you?
Yeah.
dog.
Not my wife.
No. Hey, you know what? You know what they do say in.
There's a 70% chance.
You know what they do say? They say if you put your wife and your dog in the trunk of a car and come back an hour later
Yeah.
and open the trunk, see who's happy to see you.
Exactly.
It's not your wife.
Yeah.
The thing is, you go outside to go get the mail. You come back in, the dog's like, I haven't seen you forever. Oh my goodness, you're
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah.
You leave for work for 9 hours. You come back, your wife goes, "You're home already?"
Yeah. Right. It's like I had to work late.
Right.
What are you doing here?
Were you invited?
All right.
There it is.
Wait, did Larry answer that?
I think he agreed,
think
dog.
we
I
doubled down.
agreed.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
we
not gonna
doubled
go.
down.
He's not going to go with Cat. after
No,
that. There's
no.
way.
No.
There's no way.
No, I know people love their animals, and I know people love cats. I can't do it. I just
love a
can't.
cat?
I can't have a cat. I just can't do it. You look at a cat, and it's like, come here, Fluffy. You know, and the cat looks at you and goes, see ya. I got to go to
No.
the living room.
You haven't
they're
met
like-
my cat.
They're like, yeah, go clean my litter box.
You haven't met my cat.
Bye.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
My cat's more dog than cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
acceptable then.
Yeah.
That feels like it was 17 random questions.
That was a lot of questions.
It was a lot of
It
questions.
was a
I think
bunch
it's
of good
okay,
answers.
though.
We had to get Dave rolling.
Yeah.
I knew there was one question
No,
where he would
good.
give us a thoughtful, profound answer, and he did.
He hit
So,
he hit it on the head.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Wow. Nice.
You like
score.
you like my capybara?
I like it.
That's that's
what-
the animal I most relate to.
Yeah, I hit it on the head and it lights up.
Capybara.
All right.
It's a happy cappy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
boy.
Hit record. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's Pam's catchphrase.
Oh boy.
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, Sarah, I added a new one
Oh,
that you
gosh.
don't even know about.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes. Guy's a douche rocket.
That's beautiful. So we're gonna need some preface on that one. Where did that come from?
That's how I feel about Clark W. Griswold.
Wow. Can I use that? That's really cool.
Absolutely can. Anytime.
And you got to put it on like repeat or something.
Oh my
We'll get
god.
Alex
Like
to do it.
duh.
Alex to do it.
We'll get
Yeah.
Alex.
I don't think Pam wants him using that kind of language.
Perhaps Perhaps not.
Probably not. All right, Larry, Roy, Dave Bishop, thanks so much for your time today. Thank you for all the great work you're doing
Yes,
for
thanks.
Wishes in the Valley, and we look forward to an amazing event on August 9th.
August 9th, be there.
Be there.
Yes.
Square.
All right, take care. Thanks to our sponsors, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.